Welcome to another edition of What the Fuck happens YouTube atheist community and TC fun. Yeah, anyway, so we did tiny chat last night, and worked quite well, blah, blah, blah. I made a few beginner mistakes, like I didn't make the room in my account, so next time the room will have a name like Do Not God. Yeah, apparently you just go to my profile page at tiny chat, and if the room's open, you'll end up in the room, I think. So, I'll do that next time. So maybe we'll go with it another week just to see if we can do it right and see what it does. It seemed to work pretty well, technology. Maybe I'll migrate to another room during the week, try some other rooms experimentally on a different day for an hour or two or something like that. Yeah, something like that. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, it takes the horrible edge off of the loss of Stickam, was the fact that, yeah, it really wasn't bad. And, you know, the regulars mostly showed up. Yeah, I know there's going to be some people that maybe I'll never see again, but hopefully that won't be true. Yeah, because, you know, you sort of do miss people, sort of, kind of. Anyway, yeah, maybe. Hand's getting cold. No, sorry. I thought I could do without the glove, but it's colder than I thought it would be. So I have to put this glove on, which is going to take me a second. Anyway, so it was a good night. Some routines, you know, we get stuck in. Certain individuals have a certain pattern of behavior. Yeah, that can be irritating, but there really wasn't too many trolls. I didn't have to ban too many people, which is good because the feature, you lose it once you fall out of the room, and that's no good. So that's another reason why I have to make a room that isn't just a... Well, if I do it right, it shouldn't be a problem. So we'll talk about things that I have to do right instead of wrong. But yeah, I mean, you know, it was good. Old fam was there, and sub-DNA guy, and some other Australian guy, and some other English guy, and yeah, it was quite adequate. Conversation was adequate, and I don't have too many complaints. Yeah, I banned some guy early on because somebody told me he was a spammer and he was just posting a photo. Yeah, it spams the room when you post a photo, so just, you know, it's not a big deal. I have to remember that for future reference. I should have taken some video because actually the quality was pretty good, the image quality, and there wasn't much lag or anything. And yeah, I mean, really, you know, there's ads and stuff, but it really wasn't bad. Yeah, what else? Yeah, that's it. Enough technical talk, I suppose. Other news. Atheist, pretty boring. Watched like the Magic Sandwich Show, and it was sort of boring. Actually, I don't even remember what the hell they said that was at all worth listening to. But I did see some, there was some kind of show by, what's his face guy? The Puka guy. And PC Myers and an annoying, snarky, skeptical heretic guy. So anyway, they were talking about trolls, and sort of a useless conversation, just because what was happening is no one would ever agree on what the definition of a troll is. So they were putting, like, you know, the skeptical heretic thinks there's something great about the brilliant, you know, Chabistist, you know, drunken fool troll who might once in a while say something witty and clever, and somehow it's worth all his drunken barfing, because, you know, 1 in 100 comments he says something actually on subject and poignant, and so therefore there's value in it. And I say bullshit. I call bullshit. I mean, even articulate, intelligent commenters often are obtuse and off subject. The trolls are profoundly unuseful. I mean, there's a ton of people that are just profoundly unuseful in conversation. All they do is distract the conversation. All they do is point it and bend it into needless directions. And so it's like even this Holocaust thing. Instead of discussing the psychology of fanaticism, of bigotry, of this our kind must win kind of focused genocidal kind of stuff, and even the real issues of the conflicts between human beings and diversity. All certain individuals do who want to talk about the subject is end up labeling people and pointing fingers and doing exactly the same thing. The fanaticism of the genocidal, it's the same behavior. They just become propagandists for some ideology that they insist you accept. And it's just as intolerant, as useless. Somebody's been walking on my path. Yeah, spooky. This is not really a path, you know. Yeah, officially yet. They must have me on Google Maps or something and been following me around. Bastards. Plugged into this fucking camera somehow. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, and so anyway, the conversation they had on this subject was just sort of wasted, I think, because there are some legitimate argument. And the irony of it even. Here they are talking about trolling, and, you know, two of the guys anyway, you know, the skeptical heretic and that stupid conscience guy or whatever the fuck he is. I don't remember his name. Whatever, C-name, dinosaur guy. He's always using a fake image, which is another irony. You know, he's doing the trollish behavior of, look, I can't show myself. You know, pussy shit. And, you know, the irony of these people having an exclusive conversation, essentially, right? I mean, it's a closed conversation between four people, conducted in some sort of disciplined manner, where people just don't interrupt each other and make a huge amount of noise. There is some discipline invoked, some respect invoked. And, you know, how come they don't open the conversation? Let some troll just walk in and say, no, I want to talk about peanut butter. Oh, obviously, because then it'd be a useless show. Ah, crap. I forgot about the water problem. Yeah, it's gotten icy again. Shit. Yeah, shit. That means it's a little high. There wasn't much snow. Must be the ice runoff, or I don't know what it is. But all I know is it's going to be a bitch to get across. Anyway. What was I? Yeah, so it was like, you know, an hour and a half or whatever of kind of wasted spinning of the wheels, because whatever agreement there was some sort of, you know, ambiguous agreement that bad people should be stopped from doing bad things. I mean, just nothing resolved in terms of who's the good guys and who are the bad guys. So, yeah, no points scored. Gee, it looks like I'm going to get my feet wet no matter where I go here. Yeah, I don't like any of these spots. They all look rather treacherous. Well, there's some good rapids. Rapids might be potentially doable. Where was I? Alright, so we'll see if the camera falls in the water here. Apparently the deers have liked this area. Yeah. Let's do what the deers do. Alright, if I go that way and crash down that way, should be okay. Yeah, I could just go down here and jump over that. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Alright, so I go down here. Yeah. And then I go zoom, zoom, jump. Alright, ready? Zoom, zoom, jump. Yeah. Oh, what a mighty jump. Yeah, it was really mighty. It was actually pretty horrible. The things old age does to you. It really is horrible. It's like a tree. Not quite what he used to be. Anyway, yeah, bark falls off, and it's all just suck. Oh, I should have marked that. Marked it visually. Leany tree, before leany tree. Although there's a leany tree there, it'll confuse me, but that's okay. I'll use my neurology. Oh, that's right, brains are irrelevant. Yeah, according to the internet, yeah, the intellectuals on the internet, brains are irrelevant to consciousness. They don't do anything because sticks are conscious. And butterflies, well, butterflies probably are, and whatever, make up some kind of bullshit about plants. Oh, it's just, I mean, this is one of those things, again, I didn't think I'd have to get on the internet and explain that suffering sucks, but I also have to explain that plants don't have neurology, no brain in tree. I mean, you're just like, fuck, why bother trying to communicate with human beings? It's fucking stupid. Just make shit up all over the place. I mean, even Conference Board does some of it. You see, he argues for a position and then does this huge butt thing. Huge butt thing. I think he goes for huge butts. But anyway, and you're just like, what are you doing that for? He's basically saying, oh yeah, well, whether you're on this side of the free will debate or that side, yeah, you're just making stuff up, blah-de-da, it's all fairy tales, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. Sorry. I mean, the fact that Professor Anton, uses loopy language and talks a bunch of phantasmagorical huggy-wuggy, doesn't mean that all determinists are incapable. I don't even think he is a determinist, which makes your point even less valid. That somehow determinism is totally disconcerting. I never had a single moment where it bothered me, the realization that ideas and interactions with the world are changing me. That seems totally coherent to me, totally acceptable, totally, yes, of course. I mean, you hear, like I said, I use Martin Luther King speech as an example a lot, just because it was one of those phrases, right? And Abraham Lincoln had them, and I don't know, Joe Smo might have had a few of them too. But they're these sentences you run across in your life, even Darwin. I had a few of his quotes, and then I rebuilt those into my own brain as consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction, but you know what I mean. And there are these eloquent statements that change you. And so, when Martin Luther King said, judge a man based on the content of his character, not the color of his skin, I have a dream of a world like that. Yeah, it was just so coherent, so yeah, that's so correct. And it became part of my brain. My brain totally accepted being rewired by that piece of precise logic, that surgical, sharp, stainless steel piece of logic. And it changed me. And it seemed I'm perfectly happy to be changed by solid, stainless steel, clean, precise things. And I am totally acceptant to being part of a logical Borg, a Borg of logic and wisdom and knowledge that is attempting to push the human race, against its resistance, against its phantasmagorical clinging to the Rainbow Guild. Yeah, it's trying to push it into this logical, sensible, rational future where it accepts the dilemmas, accepts the circumstances, and deals with it rationally and quite deterministically. Allow the cyclone to play itself out. You can't fight the flow. You go with the flow in terms of this positive flow of refinement and confinement by this faculty called reason and logic. And there's just nothing de minimis about that. There's nothing, oh, I'm not free to be an asshole. Well, cool. I'm glad I'm not free to ignore stunningly logical statements. I'm glad that they decisively own me. that's the way it should be. So, you know, determinism is not a threat. How is it a threat to my existence to accept that I'm made, that I have been built by Darwin and Einstein and maybe Schopenhauer and maybe, you know, Kevorkian and, you know, different characters, different humans, Thomas Jefferson, all kinds of, there's just tons and tons of this stuff. And some Joe Smo who wrote a good line in a textbook, or some other guy who wrote a good line on a blog. And all that stuff is now who I am. I have been determined by it. And I find that I like it. It feels good to be determined by these forces, to be moved by them, propelled by them. Super. Why is that a threat? Yeah, I just don't get why people are so disengaged from their capacity to contemplate themselves by the idea that themselves is this wonderful mix of 10,000 years of the development of human civilization. Why should I find that disturbing or upsetting? You know, because I don't. The Curies have made part of me. That's not a bad thing. It's a damn good thing. So, you know, I just don't get this whole resistance to accepting the fact that you've been made. Yeah, okay, maybe you had shitty parents and they made some shitty shit in you. You know, maybe that's the truth. Maybe your brother beat the shit out of you and made you a resentful, petty little whining asshole. Yeah, there's been bad influences. But knowing them, understanding what has made you, is part of a deterministic process of refining who you are and fixing who you are. Your brain will fix itself if you allow it the liberty of logic instead of reactionary mush. Think. Let the thoughts flow and try to see where they come from. Look inside yourself and watch yourself be a bigot or a misogynist or some other kind of asshole, and just acknowledge that thing exists in you and modify. Let the program, let the determinism logically modify you with simple statements like, well, you don't have to act on that stupid notion. Yeah, you can rise above that. I've heard that phrase, rise above it. Yeah, do some of that. Yeah, allow your brain to say that to you. And then your determinism will be all good. But be owned by your idiotic psychology and call that free? That's really stupid. Free to be the monster the world made you? No, don't bother with that. Let the good program, you know, let the good program win. Yeah. Your brain wants to be logical. I mean, it's its nature. Let it. How you doing? So, yeah, I think that says about, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to make a video, no what the fuck, but I didn't have that much what the fuck. These people don't do much. Yeah, really, things are so slow lately in terms of, you know, popping content. I think I'm still doing fine, though. The rest of you slackers are falling off. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. But maybe I need to think on that and allow the determinism to let me realize that, no, you're being a redundant asshole also. Well, I really don't think I have been. I mean, I'm doing this vlogadome thing, trying to get people motivated for these debates, and try to structure the debates with comments, try to take the best that the community produces and try to refine and point the argument. So that's what we need to do. We need to refine and point. Yeah, we need to make a pointy stick to jab the world with. Yeah, so I think I'm on the agenda, doing my job. But it's all about the results. Yeah, it really is a stinking popularity propaganda. Whose propaganda is better contest. Who can Photoshop the other guy the best? This really is lame. Fucking lamer net. But it's all we got. So gotta fight within the system as I keep arguing. So I will keep fighting until I can fight no more. Yeah. There we go. That's what I will do. Alright, I think I'm done now. So, till the next time. And such and so forth. And whatnot. Let's go get newspapers and whatnot. Animals. It's kind of neat when it's all unmolested snow. Anyway, till next time. And such.